Hi everyone. Let's take a look at problem 24-7, which deals with producing a divisional income statement where there are service department charges. Okay, the problem reads, Wave Runner Water Sports Company has two divisions, commercial and consumer, and two corporate service departments, tech support and accounts payable. The corporate expenses for the year ended December 31st appear below. So we get the corporate expenses right here. And then they tell us that there are other corporate administrative expenses, including officer salaries and other expenses required by the corporation. Now, the tech support department charges the divisions for services rendered based on the number of computers in the department. So, the computers are here, while accounts payable charges divisions for services based on the number of checks that are issued. And we have the check information here. Okay, the service department charges of the tech support department and the accounts payable department are considered controllable by the divisions. Corporate administrative expenses are not considered controllable by the divisions. The revenues, cost of goods sold, and operating expenses for the two divisions appear in this last table, and we're asked to prepare the divisional income statement for the two divisions. Okay, let me slide so we can take a look at this. Now you'll see that I prepared quite a bit of it already, a schedule, okay? And we're going to need to complete this information using the information from above. So the first item is revenues, and the revenues are given in the table here. Let's slide up where we can get all of that on the screen. Right, so we know the commercial did 5.6 million, if I can get my zeros correctly, while the consumer division did 4,760,000. Okay, and then we know that the cost of goods sold for the division, again given right here in the problem, we need to drop that in. Now I staged all of the lines we need ahead of time just so the demo doesn't take too much time for you to watch me type it in. Okay, once we have that, we can compute gross profit. So I'll just underline that, take that cell, less that cell, copy that, and we have the gross profit for both divisions. Next, we need to back off the operating expenses. Okay, now the operating expenses are the 1050 and the 980, again, just given in the table data above. Okay, so once we have that, we can compute income from operations before the service department charges. And again, if I just take that subtraction, I'm going to copy that. I think that'll work out right. Yep. See how that just takes the gross profit less the operating expenses? And we have the same formula there, so that works fine. The only thing is when the title goes to the second line, the proper way to format that would be to move it down. And that would be the correct way to do that. Okay, then we need to do less the service department charges. Okay, let's come up with what was the total dollar amount that we need for tech support. Okay, tech support was 588,000. Slide back down again, we'll work on that. And we have our information in there. Okay, so we know for the commercial division, we need to take $588,000, the total cost incurred, and multiply that times the ratio of 252 to 420 computers. You see how I'm doing that? To come up with the proportion of the tech support charges that should go to the commercial division. So I take the 588 times the 252 computers to the commercial divided by the 420. And we get 352. Now I'm going to copy that cell right here. Oh, you know what? Let's move this one over. And now let's copy it right here, only now instead of using 252, we need to use 168. So I'll hit the F2, which will edit it, and just drop in the 168 number of computers for the consumer division. Okay, and that's 235,200, and if we sum both of those, we should get 588,000, which we do. Okay, now accounts payable is the same kind of approach, only now we need to allocate it based on the checks written. The total amount to allocate was how much? We'll go look. It's 231,000. Okay, times, let me slide back up so we can get it all there, 5880 divided by 16.8. Okay, and that comes up to 80,850. I will drop this here. Now that we have that, I'll give us a little bit of room to see it on the screen. And now instead of the 5880, we need to put in 10,920 in our numerator. And if we sum both of that, that should equal the 231,000, which it does. Okay, once we know that, let's just add those two together. Come up with the total service department charges that are controllable to the division. And we can then come up with income from operations, which is income from operations before services less the service department charges. Okay, and that is the answer to this problem. Now, what's key to note is that we ignored the $343,000, the other corporate administrative expenses, and that's because they told us the other corporate administrative expenses, which includes officers' salaries and other expenses by the corporation, are not considered controllable for the divisions. So in purposes of preparing this divisional income statement that you see on the screen right there, we would exclude that from our report. Okay, thanks everyone.